Hi, I'm architect Monica Khosla Bhargav. I run an architecture and interior design practice by the name of Kham Consultants. I believe that a house isn't just a place, it's an emotion. And today we are going to feel the emotions that are evoked by Masaba and Neena Gupta's house. They're both currently doing a show on Netflix called Masaba Masaba, and I'm going to be reacting to their home, which was featured in Asian Paints Where the Heart Is. The video is linked below, so do check that out. So let's get started.
Home for me is, I think, much more than just a space. I think it's something where I find most inspiration, a safe space that I shed my skin in. Hi, I'm Masaba Gupta.
I'm Neena Gupta.
And you're watching us on Asian Paints Where the Heart Is.
Welcome to our home.
Before I enter the house, I'm getting a sense of the aesthetic with the way the photographs have been arranged, those personal moments, the torn edge montage, the black and white pictures. I'm loving them.
हेलो, आइए आइए, स्वागत है आपका हमारे घर में. When I saw this place, a place has a vibe. So when I entered this house 18 years ago,
It had lots of little compartments, it wasn't very open, it was all shades of brown. It was the energy in the house that just kind of felt like home instantly. And then we figured out how we could change things.
I chose this place number one because of the beach being a minute away.
I think we also picked this house because it has enough noise around it. Yeah, so we bought it because of the hustle and bustle.
We like.
So she speaks of the beach being just a minute away, but you can feel the sea flowing into the space. And this is because of the color scheme, the whites, the Nordic mist. It gives kind of coolness, a feel of the sea spray. And they also speak about the noise and the hustle and the bustle. But if you look at the space, it's really quiet in here.
This is our living room where we spend a lot of our time. As you can see, the walls are predominantly white, but we always offset it with some of these interesting cushions in black and white with a pop of color. That's not mine, that's my mother's. But everything else is very kind of bare. We don't like to do the walls up too much with paintings or artifacts and things like that.
The bare color scheme, it speaks of a stark minimalism, and even these few pops of color that Masaba mentions, they're all engulfed in this vast expanse of white, which is why they can use these multiple colors without conflicting or disturbing each other.
So sometimes I also use this space a lot, and it's quite lovely to watch the view outside from here because when it's nice and rainy and cool, I grab a book and a cup of coffee and just look outside, and it's nice. It's like being in a garden on the 4th floor in Bombay, which I think is quite unheard of.
I'm a great nature lover. So I think that when you bring nature into your house or into your apartment, you build up an earth connect, and you also sense of calm starts seeping into the space.
So this is a very interesting piece. It's also the oldest piece in the house.
It was all dark wood, painted it white.
I think that looks like a Nivar window. I'm not sure. I have a client who has a Nivar window, and this looks something similar. So the Nivar windows, they are wooden carved windows from the Bharatpur region of Nepal. And I'm not sure what Neena has, but it's beautiful.
And this is a brush which Hussain Saab gave me. And यहाँ पे somewhere is his signature.
Look at the space she gives to Hussain's brush. It really helps us to appreciate it and speaks volumes of the kind of value and sentiment she attaches to it. Also, look at the contrast in the color between the brush and the surrounding white, which is why we can Notice a small piece like a brush even when it is placed adjacent to a voluminous carved piece like that wooden window.
We are very fortunate that we have the same taste. So we don't have to fight about the color scheme.
I think with us mostly it's about taking a few signature pieces that kind of stand out and not cluttering the space too much. So if you see, there's a lot of empty space. The walls have minimal paint.
So this house is really zen. I believe that if you overcrowd a space with furniture or object d'art, then they start weighing down on you. And if you leave the space open, then its emptiness, it kind of expands your personality as well as your mind.
You know, we have large windows which have just planters, but not too many.
I'm going to show you this piece. Okay, this is a very, very heavy piece. I did a serial called Yatra with Shyam Benegal.
This is exquisite. Look at the jali work and the carving. I think it's made of marble, maybe white Makrana or Abu. In fact, Makrana is the marble which has been used in the Taj Mahal. Indian marble is really hardy and extremely good for flooring. I use it all the time.
And in Yatra, we were in the train for a month. This was a present from Shyam to me. And then this is another very beautiful painting by Lalita Lajmi. Her daughter Kalpana Lajmi was a very good friend. This is the first expensive painting I bought from her, like my first expensive painting, which I'm very proud of.
I think one of the things we love doing together, we do a lot, is go to that market in Oshiwara and buy these antique
Old furniture. So we buy old furniture,
redo it.
then mostly it is like dark brown color and we paint it all white.
You paint it, right?
They've got a whole lot of carved furniture from different styles, but then because they've painted it all white, so they're all blending mellifluously with each other and looking really good.
We love spending time in homes, in our home, and we like having people over, so we must make sure that it's a space everyone enjoys.
This is my corner. I am so comfortable there. Like I read my scripts there. Something is troubling me, or
She has her morning tea there.
morning tea there. Whenever we all sit here, even the guests come, I tell them this is my place.
Mine is this part, the lounger, where I literally just like lay back and...
Look at this cushion. It's so contemporary. It's different from the other ones which have traditional motifs, but because of its simple geometry and the colors, it just blends in with the whole place.
I read and I love looking at the trees from here. And I think at all times there's just a lovely breeze.
Okay, so now this is my bedroom. These almirahs actually are very, very, very old. They have been taken off from two of my old houses and brought here. And this...
The reason that Nina's wardrobe has lasted so well is because it's made of solid pine wood. And pine wood is a soft wood which doesn't warp or shrink easily, which is why it's holding the Mumbai humid weather well. Also, it's cheaper and lighter than hardwoods, so it's a good option if you're wanting to work with solid wood.
This is a dash of red in all white and pine. So
this red piece of furniture, I'm sure it must be a sentimental piece, something which Nina holds really close to her heart, because to me it's not really adding to the harmony or to the contrasts in the room.
I like to sometimes keep one piece of color somewhere.
You don't need to spend a lot of money to make a style statement. Look at that cane ottoman there. Now it's commonly called a mura or a modha. It's available for something like 600 rupees. And yet the blue in it and the way it has been placed over there, it's creating a perfect corner.
So this is our cute little space where we get ready, and this is one of our favorite things in this room. It's a lovely door. We tried to replicate an old door that we saw once, and it's a lovely green, which is unusual for this house. It's a really lovely dresser that we have, and my mother has a lot of bangles, as you can see, so she puts all of these here, and
I really like the way, they match the bangle rack to the teal of the door. It sort of brings in a boldness, and also it sort of nullifies the effect of all the multiple colors of the bangles, which may otherwise have looked a bit cluttered.
Actually also tried to do something similar in one of my stores for accessories. This is where all of the behind the scenes happens before we go out to an event. I think one of the things we enjoy doing together is eating our meals. We love gossiping.
Actually, we gossip a lot.
We keep shuffling things around the house at all times. I mean, if you saw this house a couple of months back, it was a very differently aligned house.
I love that. Both of us love doing that. Yeah. If I had to say what this house has given me, I will say it has given me contentment.
Homes are spaces that are filled with who you are as opposed to things, and I think that's one of the things that you'll see in our home.
Nina and Masaba's house wears a crisp, uncluttered, minimal look, and yet it's warm and inviting. Minimal doesn't mean that it has to be bare. It's the way the many personal collectives, they've been unified through placement and color. These precious mementos of theirs, they've created an ownership of the space, personalized it, given it a timeline, a clarity of thought, what I would say, simple living and high thinking. I'm a great fan of these two incredible women, and if you enjoyed watching this video, then don't forget to like, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.